This is a 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD Trail Boss, and it's hard to review a truck like this without off-roading it or towing stuff off-road. I mean, after all, it has enough torque to spin the planet backwards Superman style, so rather than me driving it and just talking nonsense, let's do this question and answer style. Can you tow with it? Well, I mean, if you can't, you must be towing naval destroyers to the scrapyard, because this thing's rated to tow 20,000 pounds. This isn't the 6.6 gas engine. This one has the 6.6 liter turbo diesel Duramax. 470 horsepower, 975 pound-feet of torque. Yes, you can tow with it. Well, what sort of off-roading do you want to do? I mean, this isn't made for the tighter trails, but on fire roads and graded roads, yeah, it's going to be fine. Out in the desert, wide open spaces, you'll be good to go. This isn't a ZR2. This doesn't have multimatics. You can feel the Rancho twin tube shocks bouncing around, but Chevy did give it tow hooks for recovery points. You've got KO3 tires, so you've got the goodness there, and there's an off-road mode, whatever that does. But you know, there's gonna be those people who like taking big things on tiny trails, and good luck to you. One thing I don't love is that they don't have a rear locker on this, so keep that in mind. You would think for $90,000 they could maybe throw one in. Well, speaking of price, yeah, this one as tested is $90,000. You don't need to spend that much because the gas engine is cheaper, but you want the diesel. And these start as LT or LTZ trim, so the materials should be nicer for $90,000, but it's still an honest truck, especially in this work truck white color. So you won't feel as bad when you get the inside of it dirty, but you know, 90 grand is a lot of coin. I mean, for 90 grand, you can get a Raptor, you can get a Ram RHO with like room to play, you can get a Power Wagon, I think, I gotta double check on that one, or you can get a smaller truck, a trailer, and a side-by-side. You could maybe put that money towards a house. You could invest in your children's future with their college funds. I mean, you could rent something to run the Dakar Rally. You could go spend a few months in Baja and lose yourself in a sea of drugs and alcohol. That could be fun too. You could do a lot of things with 90,000. Or you can get a truck with a badass diesel engine and get this thing fucking filthy. So do you need a truck like this? Well, that's a tougher question to answer. Are you towing and off-roading? If the answer is yes to both of those, then yeah, a truck like this makes a lot of sense, like Ford's Super Duty Tremor version and the Power Wagon from Stellantis. But if you're just off-roading and not towing, or if you're towing and not off-roading, I don't think I would recommend this because there are better options suited to those specific disciplines. You know, the Raptor, the RHO, I already mentioned that for going off-road. The ZR2 version of the Silverado is awesome with its multimatic shocks. And then on the towing side, you know, you ditch some of the off-road hardware for better on-road towing manners. But I know there's gonna be plenty of you guys out there who just want your truck with its wide tow mirrors extended, even though that ball hitch has never had any weight pressed on it. And you know what, you can live out your I'm a trucker fantasy too. This will fit that bill nicely. Gas mileage? I don't know, it's a diesel with a 36-gallon tank. You can probably drive 500 or 600 miles in this thing before you need to fill it up. How does it drive on the road? Well, that's the problem area, and why I would say if you're not off-roading and towing, I wouldn't recommend it, because unladen, it clearly wants to be laden. It's bouncy around town, but the engine pulls great. It is comfortable inside, and there's something about hearing that engine go woo. That's pretty fun. I mean, nearly 1,000 pound-feet of torque on the street is hilarious. But then you got to park this thing, and it gets silly. And yes, I know how to park. This has cameras and sensors. I'm capable of doing it, but I'd much rather be moving a Ranger Raptor into the same size parking space. Can my short kings close the hood? Well, I'm 6'3", and I have to stretch all the way out to do it. So my advice, bring a step stool. Is this a party truck? Yeah, it's party in the front with the diesel and party in the back with these sweet-ass kicker tunes. Do I like it? Yes, I do. I've made fun of it in a few instances, but there's something pretty awesome about driving a huge heavy-duty truck with a big kick-ass diesel engine that can pull moons out of their orbit and bring them down to ground. It's comfortable inside. This one still has Apple CarPlay, which is nice that it hasn't gone full GM, Google-only BS that they're doing. It looks good. It drives nicely enough, even though, you know, the unlading bounciness. And check out this, the cans on this thing. No, I'm serious. Look at the can on the back of this truck. That is an exhaust outlet.